Okay, it goes live. Get it popping, going. But yeah, man. So thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. So we are live.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back. It's the first inning radio show. We're live Tuesdays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Search us on
Yeah.
all Google platforms. You'll find us, the first inning radio show. I am the BX Bomber 2011, and today I'm along with Michael Caputo and Roger the Big Yankee fan. Say hello, guys.
How you doing? Hello. Good evening, DX Bomber and Michael.
So we got some problems we need to talk about because it seems like the Death Star has glitches in it.
Yeah. Who would you like to go to? Me or Michael?
Yo, Henry, what's up?
How you doing? So, is anybody else going to come on the show? Is Cass going to come on? Or?
I hope so. We could get him, but we got to win today. If we don't win today, we are doomed. That's all I know.
Yeah, I think so. I think if we lose these two games, it's
we
over.
Are
I was
doomed.
telling you before that. The Yankees have to, it's must wins. They have to win both these games. The Braves are not really playing that good either, but they're not as bad as the Yankees. Yankees are by far the worst team in the American League, and I think one of the worst teams in all baseball right now, if not the worst. So, yeah, they got to turn the season around because this is looking like a complete horror show watching this team. I don't even want to watch them. I wasn't watching them now. I promised myself I wasn't going to watch this team, and I haven't. And after this, I'm not going to look at them for the rest of the season until maybe they turn it around, which I don't think they're even going to do. But yeah, who would have thought that they were going to be this bad, this early? I mean, they come right out of the gate. This team waste no time, and they're terrible. They wasted no time to suck. And this team's an absolute, they're a shit show. Excuse my language, but that's what this team is. And I'm freaking pathetic. I'm freaking fed up with this team. They're pathetic. That's what I meant to say.
This is true,
this
man.
team is an absolute. They're pitiful. They're putrid. They're everything that you could say. I mean, they're that freaking bad. And this team shouldn't be this bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, their pitching is bad. They're hitting, but come on, they're hitting. They don't hit nobody. Now today's Charlie Morton. Good luck at hitting Charlie Morton. The Yankees get owned by that guy. They never hit Charlie Morton.
So Roger the Big Yankee fan, what changes need to be done to fix this team, man? What do we need to do?
Well, I will say that Michael was right that the Yankees are playing very poorly in all aspects of the game. The hitting, Paul O'Neill had commented that when Michael Walker was pitching against them that they were missing pitches. Michael Walker did not particularly pitch a very good game. He was leaving a lot of pitches out there, but the Yankees' talent was way down, and they were not hitting the ball. They were missing the pitches, so their defense has been poor. Their offense has been very poor. Their fielding has been atrocious, and everything's been bad. And all aspects of the game have been very bad. And I mean, this is a snapshot in time right now, but they are going to have to improve very quickly. The New York media is killing them, and they are playing very poorly. And I don't exactly know what they can change. I mean, the players. I mean, they got to turn it around now before it's too late. Because at what point in the series are they going to turn this? What point in the season are they going to turn this around? If it's not against the Braves, then who's it going to be against? The Orioles, the Indians? They're making mediocre pitchers look like Cy Young pitchers, which is a disgrace. Yes, I don't have a crystal ball, you know. So. Yeah. So the players are their players. There's no Billy Martin is not going to be coming through the. No, I'm having the door to that. But they need some jump start. And I don't know what Aaron Boone was when he held a meeting with this team last weekend. I don't know what he was saying in that clubhouse, but I hope he was saying something to get this team. They didn't do anything because they lost Sunday. And Garrett Cole pitched, and they couldn't even win that game. Your ace. You have to win every single game that guy pitches. And you couldn't even win that game. That goes to show you what this team's all about. They can't even win his starts now. That's when you know it's a bad team. Michael, right now they are a bad watch. You know, for the fans to watch. Oh, trust me. I mean, you don't tell me. I haven't been watching them. I just peek. I'm a peeping Tom. I just look at them real quick and I turn away. I don't even want to look at them. That's what I've been doing for the Yankees. And they look lifeless. Like they have. They're awful. They look. I mean, Aaron Hicks looked like his head wasn't in the game out there in center field when he made it. And what about Clint Frazier throwing that ball to the pitcher's mound instead of the second base? God. Like he's been awful.
Gleyber Torres has been awful. Stanton has been awful. Judge, the only one that looks like he's actually still playing pretty good is DJ LeMay. Other than that, this whole lineup 1 through 9 looks like they're just horrible. It's just there's no way. I mean, you can't like make this up.
Here's my thing. I think the Yankees should fire the batting coach at least.
Yeah, he's got to go, Tim. I said it a long time ago that guy should have been gone.
He's awful. Somebody's got to be the sacrificial lamb. You know what I'm saying?
Someone has to get the freaking axe. Someone has to get axe.
Somebody has to get Superman out of there. You know, but check it out. At times, he's been what? He's been there 2 years now, and the team has done nothing.
He's been there since 2016. Tim, 2016 he's been on the Yankees as the batting coach. So he's been there a long time. What is that? 5 years? They should get. Come on, you gotta get a new batting coach. The guy's not doing his job. Yeah. This team isn't turning around. He's clearly. They have to release him. Come on.
It's definitely time. It's definitely time for a change, man. I understand.
You know why the Yankees were making the playoffs these past 5 years? Because they're hitting. They outscore everybody. They hit home runs. They're not doing that right now, and that's a problem. That's why they got.
Michael, let me interject here. Yeah. I want to say the Yankees are not changing their approach at the plate.
That's a problem.
Gleyber Torres, for example, is taking a major upswing. You know, he is elevating his swing and doing a major upcut, basically, and he's popping the ball up. That's all he's doing is hitting pop-ups. And their approach is to hit the ball over the fence. I mean, they're not trying to get doubles or singles, and
they never change their approach.
They have to do that. They have to do
That's the whole problem.
They're not doing doubles or singles. They're swinging to the fences, and
they also hit the double plays. A lot of double plays. They have the most double plays in all baseball, and they're also like 26 with slugging percentage and running with runners in scoring position. Wow. They lead like probably last in every category on base slugging.
They're at the bottom of the league in every category. Yes, they are not changing their approach, and the hitting has been atrocious.
And we see this in spring training, and I wasn't taking it serious. I think even BX Barmer was saying, like even he said it's nothing to worry about. And now, guess what? We have to worry about it because all these games count. And they were bad in spring training, the hitting. Now it's showing in the real season. So this is a problem.
Shout out to the Pope of Sports and Entertainment and the Truth, man. He's saying trade everybody, man. And they need...
I would. At this point, I wouldn't be upset if they did that. If they told us we're going to get rid of everybody, I wouldn't give a shit. I would do it. I mean, why not? We need to change. We had this team for 5 years now, and nothing's happened. They go backwards instead of progressing. They regress. 2017 was the ALCS. We were 1 win away from going to the World Series, and they lost. 2018, they got knocked out in the first round to the Red Sox. 19, they got back to the ALCS, lost to the Astros, and of course they cheated. And then 2020, they lose to the Rays in the ALDS. Yeah. So where's they don't move forward. They don't move forward, this team.
And they keep putting out the same team on the field.
Yeah, every year. And they don't change their hitting approach because they just think it's home run or bust. You're not going to ever win a World Series. I don't see a World Series in the future.
It's insanity. It's because you're putting the same team thinking you're going to get a certain result out, and you're not getting that result. You know what I mean? So they definitely need to change the team,
I was just trying to explain to you, if the Yankees fall 20 and 50, do the math. They're not making the postseason early on. If they go, I'm just saying that's not going to be the overall record. But I'm saying, let's say the Yankees go on a win a couple of games here and there, and their record is 20 and 50. They're not making the postseason. You can't lose 50 games and get into the play. You can't come back from that. Even if it's like June or May, they're not going to come back from 2050. You know how impossible that's going to be to crawl out of that? They'll be buried.
Roger, what does it take to have a playoff numbers? What, 90 wins?
95.
Let me say, this year they are going back to the regular playoff format where they have 3 division winners and 2 wild cards. So I would say, that it would be helpful to get about 90 wins to get a wild card because they are not going to have the expanded. They are not going to have the expanded playoffs the way they did last year.
Yeah. Right, so we still
no expanded playoffs.
So no matter what, you got to get 90 games to go to playoffs. You got to get 90.
Oh yeah, you have to get at least 93, 94. This team doesn't look like they're going to win 50 games right now. I don't know how many games they're going to win. This team looks unwatchable. I don't think this team's going to crack 80 games. This team's maybe at least maybe a 60 to 50 win team.
You know, things look bad now. Remember, as I say, a snapshot in time. This is a long season, 6 months.
It is long, but it could be over in the blink of an eye. I know there's a lot of games to be played, and this is not basketball, hockey, and football, but still, I mean, you can't start off this bad. And the Yankees are notorious for horrible starts, but this is one for the ages. This is like their worst start since the '60s. They said it's the worst start since 1968. That team didn't make the postseason. You can't make it if you had a bad start like that.
They look bad. They look bad. They don't pass the eye test.
Yeah, but listen to the schedule that they got coming up. Listen to the schedule. We're gonna play Atlanta today, right? And then we got to go out to Cleveland, and that's who knows how Cleveland's gonna go. You know what I mean?
What team are they gonna turn around against, though? That's what I like.
It's got to be Baltimore. It has to be Baltimore. And Baltimore.
Yeah, but they got to win now, though. They can't lose all these games.
That's
and then
after Cleveland. But listen,
how about start tonight?
Well, they have to. And after Baltimore is Detroit. Detroit is a crazy team. Then they got Houston, then Washington, and then back to Tampa Bay again. You know what I mean?
Good night. If they lose to those teams, then you could kiss the season.
That's what I'm saying.
That's going to be a tough stretch.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a tough stretch for them.
That's scheduled.
And the Nationals are not good, but they're playing the Astros, and that's the season right there.
Then look at the season. Wait. Look at this. After Houston, you got the Washington Nationals. Then we got Tampa Bay over there. Got to go to Tampa Bay. Then we go to Baltimore again. Then we got to play Texas. Then we got to play Chicago White Sox, Toronto Blue Jays, Detroit again, and then Tampa Bay again. It's going to be crazy, man. Those teams are killing us right now.
We can't beat anybody. I think that's the season right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Because really, after that, they don't really have any tough stretches. They play the White Sox, but I think that right there in the middle of May, that's the season. If the Yankees are if they're 8 and 15, it's over. I don't know what their record's going to be like by then. I hope it's better than this, but it's just looking really bleak, man.
And look, and because of the teams, and because how well the teams are doing right now, they can't beat anybody. The whole season stretch is going to be tough. So we play Tampa Bay, Boston, Minnesota, Philly.
They haven't won a game yet. They haven't won a series yet. When was the last series they won? The Orioles? That was the last series they won. Pretty bad.
So basically, those are the only games we're gonna beat. So
pretty bad.
All the other series, if we lose 2 games out of every series, man, we're done.
Yeah, the Blue Jays are killing them too now. Look at the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are like the Rays, with the way the Rays were last year. And the Rays are destroying the Yankees. They just eat the Yankees' lunch. They can't touch the Rays. I don't know. What's pissing me off more than anything is they can't beat that team. What is it with the Rays? They can't. The Yankees just don't know what to do when they play that team.
Always. It's always for a long time.
This is
them.
But this is it was never this bad though. The Rays have destroyed the Yankees last year and this year. I never saw a team dominate them. They do. It's like the way we beat Minnesota Twins. It's the same exact thing. I never saw a team dominate like that.
Michael, I have an observation, and this is the game against the Rays. They started Nick Nelson. I remember you were talking about Nick Nelson.
Yeah, I told you that was.
This is a team with a $200 million payroll that is trying to outsmart the Rays and outsmart themselves by starting Nick Nelson when Michael King has not given up a run. Why couldn't they just start Michael King from the beginning?
Yeah, I said that too. And
what's up with that?
Is trying to play cutesy with the Rays.
I told you it was a horrible idea, and they should have started Garcia or Domingo Germán. They could have had. There was other ways they could have done that. Not started Nick Nelson. I knew right there was an automatic loss, and I think we were talking that Friday. And I said to you that this doesn't look good. Nick Nelson. Why are they going with open as the Yankees? I mean, they can't outsmart that team. That team is the master of opening games and bullpen games. The Rays. Are the Yankees out of their minds? I mean, do they really want to tank the season?
The Rays simply have the Yankees number. And that's
it's not even it's not. You don't have to be blind to see that. The Rays own the Yankees. It's like the way we own the Twins. It's worse.
I don't know what they're gonna do, man. If they lose these games, man, the month of May, if they tank in the month of May, it's over. It's over for
Oh,
the
I think
rest of the
this.
season.
I know. I told you. I think this is it for them. The Braves. I think if they lose the 2 set to the Braves, it's not looking good, bro. That means they're going to be 5-13, 5-11,
I
whatever.
mean,
I mean, that's
if it
just
gets that bad, what should happen? I mean,
if it gets worse.
they gotta get rid of somebody. They gotta get rid of people.
But this team doesn't make any moves. I don't see any mid-season moves. Knowing them, they keep the same exact players every year. I mean, the last manager fired in mid-season was Bucky Dent. They don't do things like that. And George Steinbrenner is not the owner of this team no more. It's a Hal Steinbrenner is conservative. He doesn't do what his father did. If it was George Steinbrenner, he definitely would have fired Aaron Boone. Everyone knows that.
Yo, but what's the point of keeping Domingo Germán out of not pitching? What's the point of that?
Yeah, I know.
They should have him starting. And then you got Nelson and Michael King in the background.
Yeah, all I know is the Yankees don't know how to develop pitching to save their life. They haven't developed a great pitcher since Andy Pettit, and that's another problem with the Yankees. They don't know how to find pitches. Their drafts are terrible. Their scouting is terrible. They cannot develop a great pitcher in their farm system. I wish we had the Walker Buehlers of the world and the Kershaws and guys like that. I wish we could develop pitchers like that. The Dodgers develop great pitching. Look at all the teams. The Padres develop great pitching. The Braves develop great pitching.
How about Luis Severino?
Yeah, David
Luis Severino, but he's always injured. The guy's injury prone.
Right.
He never gets stay healthy. He's hurt. He got Tommy John, so I don't count him. And he only really had one great season, Severino, and that was really it.
Yeah, but
so
now
I can't really count.
You can't count on Severino, man, because you don't know what he's gonna do.
And I don't know what he's gonna do when he comes back. He's coming off of Tommy John. He's probably gonna be very shaky. He's gonna be on a pitch count. So I don't think that this guy's
you know what I would do if I was the Yankee management? I'll shine up Severino real nice, like The Rock used to say, shine him up real nice, and then at the end of the season, you sell his ass.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have to. I think, I mean, his contract is coming up anyways. You know the guy who's really got to they got to, let go and say goodbye? Aaron Hicks. That guy should be freaking released. He's gone. I don't want to see that guy in the lineup ever again. He's He's terrible. I don't want to see him hit 3 ever again.
Man, he hasn't done nothing. He hasn't done nothing. I mean, he's batting what?
That's a foregone conclusion. I don't think any Yankee fan could argue that. There's not a single Yankee fan on this planet that likes Aaron Hicks. Nobody. I don't think anybody wants him on the team right now. He's terrible. I mean, it's just there's so much bad with this team right now. We could go on to
You know what? Will Zimmerman made at a good point. Severino's innings are going to be limited. So that means the bullpen, they're going to burn through the bullpen with Severino pitching.
Losing Luke Voigt did hurt them, but it's more than Luke Voigt. I don't think Luke Voigt's going to
I'm saying the bullpen. The bullpen is going to be depleted once Severino comes back because his innings are going to be
Severino's going to be on an innings count. I mean, everyone knew that already. Of course they're going to do that to him. They baby them like they always do. The Yankees baby all their pitches.
Wow.
And he's coming off of injury, Tommy John, so... Yeah, of course they're going to probably put him in the bullpen. I won't be shocked. But really, what's going to really matter when he comes back anyways? The Yankees will be buried by the time he comes back. What are they going to be, like 10 games out? I mean, what the hell is the difference anyways?
Right, and Duha should have been sold at the right time.
Right now it looks terrible, but things can change. I mean, it's a very long season. You can't, I don't project. They could turn it around tonight, and if not tonight, then tomorrow. It comes down to very simply that they play the quality of baseball.
All I know is if I'm a betting man right now, I'm a Yankee fan. If I'm a betting man,
they're going to do quite well.
Well, if I'm a betting man right now, and I'm a Yankee fan, I'm not betting against this team. But if I'm a betting man, I don't like the Yankees, and I'm betting for this team not to make the playoffs. I think I probably have a pretty good chance at winning at that because this team doesn't. The odds of them making it right now are very extremely low. It's like 30%. It's not looking like, I mean, they're looking very, very.
If they start losing like that, we're gonna have to storm Yankee Stadium, like they did the Capitol, bro. We're gonna have to go in there and start waving Yankee flags and then their baseball flags in there.
Well, leave me out of that ride. I ain't riding. I'm not gonna break TVs and stuff, but I'm just gonna be very upset. I don't break TVs when the Yankees miss the playoffs, but I'll be a very upset Yankee fan. That level. Yeah. I'm not going to do riots. It's just baseball at the end of the day. But I'm very pissed off with this team, and I'm sick of their you know what. I'm very, very upset. And they need to get their stuff together. I'm tired of their crap.
Yeah, they got.
They're not even playing like a baseball team. They're not even the Yankees. I don't know what this team. They're a bunch of individuals, not a team. They're individuals. That's all they are.
Well, eventually, they sound like they're gonna be adding more people to the stadium soon, so that's a good look. So
I feel bad for those fans. I feel bad for the Yankee fans.
Don't buy a ticket, man. I feel bad for the people who buy them expensive tickets, man.
Why don't you just give them a refund? They should get their money back.
For real. For the ones who don't want to go, man. I know.
Actually, they should. I wouldn't want to go to games. I was looking forward to going to games. I don't know if I want to go unless they turn around.
Actually, if they have a Yankee ticket, they should just donate it to me, and I'll be happily accept it and put it to good use.
Yeah. Can you imagine right now you're watching a game going to Yankee Stadium and seeing this team the way they're playing? You must get like knots in your stomach. I know you didn't go to a game yet, but can you imagine a fan going right now to the stadium and you get like that bad feeling in your stomach? Like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Imagine if you got season tickets. Imagine if you paid season tickets and the team is horrible like this. My God,
yeah.
You're like,
yo, imagine what the players must be feeling. I mean, we're feeling like this. Imagine what they're feeling like when they come up to the plate and they're struggling. I can imagine they're feeling sick. Maybe they're feeling nauseous right now.
LeMayu's probably saying, "Why did I even sign this contract?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why did he even show up here? You know. And
I mean, Garrett Cole must be saying, like, why did I sign? Yeah, why did I sign with this team? We don't deserve Garrett Cole, man. We really don't.
Yeah, you know what? It's so sad to see that they don't want to help him win, man. They could have got an extra starting pitcher. That's what they needed to do.
It's like a Jacob deGrom situation with the Mets. Like the way the Mets never give Jacob deGrom run support. But the Mets actually, I hate to say this, the Mets right now are better than the Yankees.
Yeah, they got a team. They got a team
Most teams in the league are better than the Yankees right now.
Everyone's better than the Yankees. Freaking everybody. Pittsburgh Pirates are better. I don't know who's. I think the only team worse than them is the Diamondbacks, right? The Rockies. Colorado Rockies are worse. I think that's about it.
But Michael, what I'm saying is they're playing poorly. They're playing some of the poorest baseball in the majors right now.
Yeah, this is beyond poor, though. I'm just saying. This is like this is a debacle. This is a debacle. This is like an abomination the way they're playing. Yeah, you could say poorly. I got to say worse than that. This is definitely an abomination the way they're playing. This is a debacle in my eyes because I never saw a Yankee team start off this bad right out of the gate. They waste completely no time to show you that they don't care. They don't care, this team. This is why we have to have changes next year, going into next season. Because if this is going to be a season. Well, I know the 80s, the whole 80s. I know the 18 years.
And that team finished 67 wins and 95 losses in 1990.
Well, yeah, the Yankees were horrible throughout the whole entire 80s. They were bad. They weren't good until 1993 again, I think, when they really started to turn around.
In the 1980s, they were in the World Series in 1981, but did not win any divisions. But had the most wins of any team in the decade of the 80s.
Well, we don't want to go through that again. We don't want to go through like an 18-year drought. The Yankees, when they won in 1996, they didn't win for 18 years when they won in 96. That last one before that was 1978. So, yeah.
But they're not going to do it with these guys, though. That's the thing. They're not going to win with these players, man. They got to get rid of these guys.
Why did it take them so long to win the last time in 18 years? They were just that bad in the 80s? What was so long about those 80s teams? Was it the pitching, the hitting?
They just did not win the division. There was always someone ahead of them in the division. They had 95 win teams. They had 94 win teams. They had 88 win teams. They won the most. Remember, they didn't have the expanded playoff at that time.
Oh, yeah. So there was just always somebody that was better than them. They just got unlucky then.
Yeah. They were having unlucky seasons, yeah. Exactly.
But this team looks like they're just bad, though. They're not even like those. So you're saying those 80s teams actually had more the spirit and fight than this team?
Yeah. Basically, yeah. I mean, any team, any year, any Yankee team before this had more spunk than this.
They said this is the worst start they've had since 1997, and that team made the playoffs, but they lost it to the Indians. But they can make the playoffs, I mean, they have to turn around somehow.
I don't remember.
You have the Braves tonight.
I don't remember 1997 being that bad, though.
Yeah, I didn't even remember it.
They won 96 games. They had the wild card. The Baltimore Orioles won the division, and they lost to Cleveland.
97, 96 won the division. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
they went in the wild card. They won 96 games, and they lost when Mariano Rivera gave up the home run.
The Sandy Alamo, that's right. Yep, that was the first year as closer. Rivera was taking over John Wetland, and he was the closer in '97. And yeah, he gave up the home run to Alamo. I remember that. I'll never forget that. I was watching that game. I was only like 12. I think I was, or 11 or 12. Yeah, I think I was 12. I'll never forget that.
Yeah. They're gonna, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Like Will, Will
Zimmerman. I think Manny Ramirez hit a home run that just kept going. And yeah, that Indians team was. Those Indians teams back then were good. We beat them in '98, and we got revenge with them.
They were all on steroids, man. But Will Zimmerman made a good point. He said they got to make a big trade before the trade deadline.
Yeah, but how are we gonna wait till July though? We should make a trade now. Problem is, nobody available. But
nobody wants.
How are they gonna wait till July when this team could be buried?
And Michael, in my 12-year-old Yankee year was the year that Billy Martin was managing. Chris Tamlis hit the run off of Mark Littell in Game 5, advanced towards the field, and then they were swept by the Big Red Machine in the World Series.
Yeah, my cousin watched all the games. He went to Yankee games in the '70s. He said that it was wild. He said that you had to leave. That's how crazy it was. You couldn't stay for a whole Yankee game back then. You had to leave early because the fans were too wild. He said it was too crazy. They were drunk.
They were off the hook.
They were fights.
Yeah, and they would charge the stadium. I think even like if you remember under the train tracks, like going to the Grand Concourse, people used to get jumped.
Yeah, and your car used to be broken into too.
Yeah, and there was a prison. There was a jailhouse.
People would leave their cars outside of Yankee Stadium and come back and find them up on cinder blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would smash cars with baseball bats and bricks, and they were crazy. And my cousin said there was a detention center or a jail or something right around there.
Yeah, my father worked there, man.
What was it called again?
It was the correction. It was called the Bronx House. It was a
that's it. The Bronx detention of something like it was like a jail. They were like smashing on they were going crazy.
Bronx Detention Center. That's what it's called, Bronx Detention Center. But it was called the Bronx House. My dad worked there.
I don't think it's there anymore though. I think they got rid of it.
It's a shopping center now.
Yeah, it's a shopping center. It was right there. I think it was right near the stadium, and it was like people were like, "Get me out of here," because they were all like in jail. That time must have been crazy. Being a Yankee fan, going to games when you used to take the train. What would you, Roger? Did you take the train there, or did you used to drive out?
Oh yeah, at 13 years old, I was taking the train in from New Jersey, taking the subways up to Yankee Stadium at 13 years old.
Yeah, I used to go to the games. I used to go to games by myself. 12 years old, man. 11 years old, going to the game by myself. Taking a train.
Yeah, I was starting to go when I was like a teenager. I was going with my family. I couldn't, go by myself. Things I was too young, but I used to go on the train. We used to actually drive there. It was more quicker to drive. We used to go across the Major Deegan. I think it was probably easier to go through the cross Bronx Expressway because taking the train would be too long, especially because I live in Long Island, so it's far from where I live. I think the easier route would be to
I would go up to the concession stand at 14 years old and get myself a big beer. And have a big deal for the game at 14 and get all buzzed out at 14 years old watching the Yankees.
I think the only thing I got at a Yankee game was the nachos.
It was way different back then than it is now.
Oh, yeah, it was different. The old Yankee Stadium was great. I had so many. I went to a million events there. It was a lot of fun. It was great. I mean, I like the new stadium, too, but it's not like the old stadium. But getting back to this team, man, they have to turn this around. I mean, they have to something has to come. I mean, hopefully tonight. I mean, they put the lineup out. Frazier's not in the lineup, and Odor's not in there. I'm glad they took Odor and Hicks out. But Frazier's not in there, I guess, because he's struggling. So they have to win tonight, man. This has to be the turning point, right? Otherwise, this is just going to get worse.
Who's playing second?
DJ LeMahieu.
So
the potholes is crazy in the Bronx.
Oh yeah, Mike Ford got called up. So Mike Ford's getting called up. And first base, and Mike Tauchman is in, I think, going to be center field. So that's good. I'm glad that they're playing Mike Tauchman. I wanted to see that kid play, and Mike Ford. Good. Yeah. They have to make a change, man. They have to do something to spark this team up. I like the moves that they made.
Maybe they're the guys to give it that feel of the next man up type of thing again. You know what I mean? Maybe give him that feeling.
Yeah, and you know what the crazy thing about this is? The Yankees are not injured. They're not like we're relatively healthy.
We have a perfect
team.
There's
no like major injuries. I don't know how they're playing this bad. Everyone's healthy.
Man, I don't get it.
It's kind of like they've lost their talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they don't know how to play. They don't know how to have baseball. They don't know
it's
how
like
to
that movie. I don't know if you've seen the movie Space Jam. They took all their powers away. You ever seen the movie Space Jam with Michael Jordan? They take all their powers away. That's what it reminds me of with the Yankees right now. They lost their powers.
That's because they got vaccinated, man. They all got vaccinated with the Johnson and Johnson, man. Now they can't play nothing.
Yeah.
They're garbage.
That's what happened.
They're not. It's like they're bipolar. The Yankees. They're either Superman or they're Clark Kent. Right now they're Clark Kent for the moment. They got to get their superpowers back.
And the Rays are their kryptonite.
Yeah, and I think the Blue Jays are that too now.
Yeah. I'll tell you. So really, all we can just say, you know, I'm glad you guys ranted as Yankee fans. But the deal is, if they continue to play poorly, they're going to end up with poor results. And if they turn it around and get things going, which I believe they will, then they will be the quality Yankee team we expect. Remember, this is a 6-month season.
The Dodgers are unbelievable. I have to just say that they're on pace to 114 games. They're at 13 and 14 and 2 right now. That team is just playing out of their mind. I think the Dodgers are going to be great. They're out of there.
Well,
they're playing out of their mind.
The words of Yogi Berra, it's getting late early. That's all I know. Yeah. Man, that's sad, man, because
the Yankees, I wish we could have a record like that. Why can't we start off 14 and 2? Why do we have to start off so poor, so horrible? We always got to start off terrible.
I remember in 1983, well, you guys were just being born then, but in 1983, the Detroit Tigers got off to a 36-5 start.
Damn. They won the World Series that year, too.
We're going through Space Jam right now. We're going through Space Jam.
And they had, what's that manager? The manager on the Tigers. That guy was a great manager. What was his name again?
Sparky Anderson.
Yeah, Sparky Anderson. They called him Captain Hook.
He also was managing the Cincinnati Reds during the 70s.
Yeah, he was a hell of a manager. I think he was up for, he was originally supposed to be the Yankees manager in '96. He was one of the candidates.
Oh,
yeah, Joe Torre got the job, but they said Sparky Anderson was supposed to be the manager. Jim Leland. There was a few of them that were supposed to be up for the job, but Torre won it, and I'm glad he did win. And they did end up going to win the World Series for them. But Sparky Anderson was one of the candidates for that job. Yeah, I heard. I also looked it up, and it's true. So.
Yeah, that sounds great. But
it's wild.
We pretty much said all we can say at this point in time.
Yes.
Yeah, we pretty much covered everything. Yeah. I just hope they win tonight. So the game starts at 6:35. Yeah, it's 6:35 tonight.
Okay, so we got a half an hour to go into game time. So it was good talking.
Well, they better win, man.
Hopefully everybody could like, share, subscribe, man, and we could get the help with the algorithm and all that going through there. But yeah, man, we're gonna sign off and enjoy this baseball game and hopefully watch them win. They gotta win today, man. They gotta win today.
And BX Bomber and I will be back in Yankee Stadium by June.
You know what I'm saying? Or I'll go in there with a karate outfit on and start chopping people out, yo. That's it.
Go Yankees. I hope they win.
You know, all right, so thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Will Zimmerman, Henry, the Pope of Sports, all you guys, Yankee Highlights. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. So long, everybody. See ya.
Take care.
Once I